3 ways video games destroy your relationships. Reason number 1, apathy. Because video games are so stimulating and they take up so much space in our brains, they basically make us numb to real life. And the events that we would otherwise think are significant if we were sober-minded and we weren't playing video games, we basically completely take for granted, and they don't really mean as much to us. And what that ends up looking like is we would rather spend time playing video games than spending time with our partner. And obviously, in a romantic situation, that is not a good equation for success. You're going to deal with a lot of disappointed lovers, and it's going to lead to failure after failure if you continue to prioritize video games over your partner. Now, reason number 2 is avoidance. Because video games are so stimulating, they provide a escape for us to deal with our emotions and our difficult life circumstances. And they provide a way for us to work around or sidestep the difficult conversations that inevitably come up in relationships. And so because we are avoiding those things, our relationships are not able to go as deep as they could be. You can't develop the intimacy required to have a flourishing, functional, healthy, loving relationship if you're avoiding it all the time. If you are just shirking the responsibility of, being a present, loving partner for playing video games instead. And reason number 3, this is especially important if you're a man, is mediocrity. Is video games will keep you in a state of mediocrity because it tricks your brain into thinking that you are actually making real life accomplishments, or rather, it tricks your brain into thinking that you're making accomplishments that are real. I don't know, I'm having a hard time describing this. Reason number 3 is mediocrity. Now, video games keep us in a state of mediocrity by tricking our brains into thinking that we are actually accomplishing something with our time, when we are actually not. And so we become complacent, we become lazy, we are satisfied with doing very little in real life because we're accomplishing so much in the virtual world. So from the outside looking in, from our partner's perspective, all that they see is some lazy slob who sits on his couch or in front of his computer desk all day long, or in whatever free time he has available, and is just playing video games, just pressing numbers on a keyboard, yelling at the screen sometimes, laughing with his friends on a headset, and then he gets off and it has amounted to absolutely nothing. There's been no tangible benefit for the partner from the gamer. It is, at the end of the day, it becomes a net negative. And so if you are with a woman, eventually there's going to come a time where she realizes, like, this guy is just wasting my time. They are taking me for granted, they're pulling me along, and I would much rather be with someone who is ambitious, who actually wants to accomplish real things in their life, and they're gonna leave you, they're gonna move on. And it's because of those 3 reasons that my first relationship completely failed. And it's also because I've become aware of those 3 reasons that now I'm in the most fulfilling and loving relationship that I have been in my entire life. And it continues to grow and flourish in the way that any healthy relationship should. So, that's why gaming ruins your relationships. I will see you guys in the next video.